Welcome to ShadowMeTarot. I just got this deck today, Tarot of a Moon Garden, and then I started ripping it open before I even thought about turning on the camera. Whoops. So here you go. It is ripped open already. And, but I did not take the cards out of the box. Oh, see, I can prove it because they're still, I did not forget about everybody. All right, so there we go. All right, so right off the bat, they're smooth cards. They're paper cards. Little book here. Welcome to a realm where myth and magic are the reality. Paintings are by Karen Marie Swankart. They have very 1970s feel. I believe they were, all these were published in 1994. They were made in Italy. Okay, 70s got to Italy. Like 1990s. Anyways, I'm just kidding. In any case, this is the back of the card. Very interesting artwork. I really got this for the artwork. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was interesting. The book is really small, just basic, probably writer weight meanings. Yep, very much so. Yep, everything's kind of basic. So this is all reader interpreted, basically. So we're going to go ahead and compare this to the writer weight. So here's our Fool, the Magician, kind of, there we go. Thank you for bearing with me. So there's our Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress. She's sitting on the moon. Just kind of little notices. Harvest here. The Emperor. So very much a Rider-Waite style deck. We have unicorns and the yin and the yang with the Chariot. That's interesting because if I read this, if this card fell this way, I might read it as, you know, this blue part in the negative, you know, versus this part in the positive, depending on how it fell in a reading. Depends on how you shuffle your cards. I like mine to fall out of the deck. Then I feel like I didn't do anything to influence anything. I love these butterflies. So much transformation, I feel like, in this deck. We saw it on the Empress too, but all throughout the cards I'm noticing a lot of butterflies. And introspection does kind of lead to transformation. They've got zodiac sign there. It looks like we might have some Hebrew letters. Oh, that's the tarot. It's tarot, I think, in Hebrew. I could be wrong. Or it's this thing. It's this thing right here. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Very feminine energy for Justice. She's holding her sword down versus up. The Hanged Man. He's in the moonlight. Ooh, the death card, Scorpio. Oh my gosh. I like the fantasy of this one. The unicorn in the back, the unicorn having a reflection in the water. The devil. The tower. The star, more transformation, transforming into the star. I really feel like this is very much a transformation deck. 18, the moon. 19, sun. 20, judgment. 21, we start with the King of Swords. Okay, so this one starts out with the King of Swords. King of Swords. He's got like a green dragon. I really like the dragons that they're using in these images. It's a lot of fun. The Knight of Swords. Slaying a dragon. So it's interesting that these swords have dragonfly wings. And the swords are not actually puncturing her. So I'd almost feel like this person would be ill. I'm going to check the book and see how much different it says, but we'll see. 10 of Swords. It says ruin, pain, affliction, mental anguish, desolation, misfortune, disappointment. In the reverse, it's benefit, profit, temporary gain, improvement, passing success, momentary advantage. I think what I like about this card is that it's not so intense as the Rider-Waite, right? This is like, it's over. And this feels like new direction. I don't know. Or starting over, I think is more what I feel here, because her crown has been kind of knocked off. So, the 9 of Swords, anxiety. The 8 of Swords. This very much embraces confusion. I feel like with her hands over her eyes instead of being blindfolded. Choosing not to see. These swords here have butterfly wings at the top. So it looks like this dragon is in the ocean, the way that the water stripes, it appears as water stripes. So I always think of this as kind of safe passage. But the path of transformation is kind of more what I see from this kind of card. I don't know, this dragon here, I feel like he knows he's got these two here and he's going after to get more. Just because of this little eye thing that he's got going. This is such a short video as compared to all my others. Let's go ahead and read it. Let's see what it says for this Five of Swords. It says conquest, defeat, destruction of others, degradation, adversary may arise, revocation, infamy, dishonor. I do kind of feel like this is kind of like a dishonorable kind of thing. I mean, this too, obviously, but, you know, which of these did this artist, which of those meanings did the artist truly embrace? So I would say, you know, even for this little pamphlet of a book that they give you, I feel like the one word kind of meanings that you can kind of attribute to each of these cards is, I think that they did take some, put their own artistic spin on it. All right, so we've got the Four of Swords. I'm just kind of looking at that unicorn. Is that a black eye on that unicorn? Or is that unicorn okay? And I'm seeing the helmet here and the knight kind of like resting over here. He slayed his dragon. Or maybe he didn't with this Three of Swords. Change of heart I really see right here because of this. Well, I guess that's more dragonfly than butterfly, but I like how they use the serpent here on the with fire for the King of Wands. He's got serpents all up in here. No lion. Interesting that they don't have any kind of lion thing here. This almost looks like a, well, I want to say that that's more like a dragon or a bird. It's not really clear. I always think of the Page of Wands or Page of Staffs as a curious kid. That really kind of is conveyed here for me. I get the can't see the forest from the trees from this kind of, from this image, more so than or even too much to think about, right? It's kind of what this is just burden. When I look at this one, I just think burden. But when I look at this in this way, I feel like you just can't see the forest from the trees. There's a crown here kind of laying in the grass. It's probably leaves, but the way it's sitting, it kind of feels like crown-like. And I always kind of think of this card as leadership position. So maybe it's just me, but that's kind of what jumped out at me for those cards. There's another one there. Kind of little crown leaves. All right, so I would go as far as saying, look, there's more right here. But I think that one's a flower. This one's leaves. That one's leaves. I almost feel like these two unicorns. Is that two unicorns? Yeah, two unicorns looking up at the castle. Like, okay, this is our starter home. Right here in these trees before we get to the castle. Oh, this is a cool deck. I like it. It's cute. It's really very cute. I really feel like, okay, so for whatever reason, this just really rung with me was this dragon going out into the ocean. It's like, I always think of this as a business card, right? And I feel like, okay, well, you put it out there, right? So you put it out into the universe, you put it out there, and you're just going to wait and look for it to come back, right? I don't know. And here I feel like he's attained it, came back to him. Now the world is his oyster. Very cool. If I'm reading it in the backwards. And it almost feels like the story's pretty good that way because I believe one of the books that I read said, you know, how they got the suits was Buddha had walked 7 steps in one direction and then 7 steps back, both north, south, east, west. And for the life of me, I can never remember which is which. But I want to say, yeah, I'm not going to say. I know Pentacles. No, I'm not going to say. But basically, that's how they kind of came up with. That's one of the stories and how they kind of came up with the different suits. It's just the path that Buddha took in each of the directions, north, south, east, west. 7 steps there and 7 steps back. So I never thought of it, you know, reading it. Everything is in cycles, right? So I guess when you go to the king, then you start with the ace and you kind of go in circles. But interesting reading this particular deck from king to ace rather than ace to king, how I normally read it. So here is the King of Cups. He's got his ships here on the water. So does he. But I like the shadow of it here. I think it's just kind of interesting art. And we have the Queen of Cups. The Knight of Cups. I just thought of the man of your dreams. The person of your dreams. I really like this deck. It's very unique. I very much feel like an inner child deck, right? It's interesting that the 8 of Cups in this are kind of like tumped over, like they've been used up. And I guess that's what he's done here. He's used up all this stuff here and is moving on. Whereas to me, it's like right here, this is the aftermath of a party. And small kids who like had a picnic and ran away and went off to play or something like that. Different impressions of the same card and by different artists. All of our wishes. The things we remember. See her, I feel she's definitely meditating. She's not upset or denying anything. I feel like she's in a meditative, almost manifesting kind of state. We have the 3 of Cups. Two of Cups. Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles. I am really just kind of looking at this ball of light, like that she's just, it feels like she's nurturing, almost mothering. And I feel like she's got like a Mary, you know, Jesus's mom kind of look to her. He's out here in the fields overseeing the castle. That's a very good description of the Knight of Pentacles for me. Their nature child. It looks like there's a second person there, but I almost feel like it would be like a child because there's only one set of legs. It almost looks like maybe behind the castle, that's their place. They have a Pegasus. I don't know. You know, as much as this is working hard, I really like the work. I really like, this is very creative for me. There's like a paintbrush and paints there and a palette. I like the idea of this, the interpretation of this card for creating. I always think of it as like mastering your trade, but I like creating. Seven of Pentacles. Planting your seeds, building up to abundance. So this card is interesting that these people are out in the cold. And you've got all of these abundance bubbles inside of this window. And I always think of this as like, you know, new opportunity, walking away from something that even though it may be great, you have to walk away from it. And in this card, you can't tell if they're walking in or walking away. And I just think it's just the way that they changed the direction. It made it change the meaning for me. So I like the interpretation of this. Maybe we should read that one too. It's only 25 minutes long. Y'all are awesome for sticking it out with me. Or even fast forwarding through to see the cards you want to see. But so the Five of Pentacles is destitution, loss, failure, error, mistress, and lover. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I never thought of that one that way. All right. Spicy. Reverse meanings. Reversal of bad trend, new interest in matters, overcoming ruin, disharmony in marriage or love interests. Wow, I have never, ever, ever thought of that card in terms of that. So that's interesting. I'm gonna have to, find some uses for this card or this deck. How fun. Okay, we've got Four of Pentacles here. I just feel like he's the kid who took all the cakes at the brunch and is hiding them away in his pockets and they're getting smashed. I just feel like, let's see. Now we've got the Three of Pentacles. This almost feels like the other side of the window for the Five of Pentacles, right? I mean, even though it just feels like the other side of the window. And you've got the Two of Pentacles. Oh, I like that clown. The Jester. I like jesters before clowns. And the Ace of Pentacles. What a very pretty deck. There's supposed to be like a book, like a journaling kind of book to go with this, but I can't seem to find it. So if any of you watching are familiar with this artist and know of the journal, that would be awesome. If you liked my video, please like, subscribe, and share, and I appreciate you so much for watching. Have a blessed, beautiful day.